And here we are at Navarra in Spain as we prepare for the championship race at this 8th event of FIA GT1 World Championship on a brand new circuit, and interesting to see just how they can perform. Certainly Lamborghini have been looking strong so far this weekend, but so have the Ford GTs, and we'll just have to see how they get on with this championship race, where of course 25 points are on offer for the race victory, 18 points for second, and on down the list. Now Richard Westbrook will be starting in the number 5 Martech competition Ford. That starts 10th on the grid, and Haley caught up with Richard Westbrook just a little while ago.
Richard, how are you going to help Thomas to take that Drivers' Championship?
Well, we've got to, just go hell for leather and, just go forward. It's a real shame what happened in the first race, but put that behind us now and just move forward. The car is incredibly quick, as we saw in the first race, but without that damage to Thomas, it could have been different. But as I said, that's all forgotten now, and we just want to move forward. And we know we're quicker than a few guys around us, and we'll see what we can do.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the grid then in more detail. That Lamborghini's on pole position with the Maserati alongside. Zonta versus Pierre Guidi. Then 2 Fords. They had a great battle in the qualifying race. It looks to be set to be resumed right now. Then Jamie Campbell-Walter in the Nissan and Bert Longin in another of the Maserati MC12s. And then the championship leaders. Bertolini's car is alongside Christophe Bouchou in the Lamborghini. We've got Aston Martin next to Fred Macavicki and the Ford GT of Richard Westbrook. And then as we go back onto the 6th row, there's the Corvette of Mark Henrici. Needs a good result here. Matteo Bobbi's in the Ford. Then 2 Nissans together for the Swiss racing team, Seiji Ara and Karl Wendlinger. And as we go further back, the Corvette there of Duncan Huysman. Peter Dunbrecht's Nissan had a problem in the first race, so it's quite a long way down. So did Peter Cox and Dominic Schwager. They had some troubles. And at the back, the Aston Martin of Darren Turner, that had a gearbox problem. Also right at the back there, the number 2 Maserati and the number 10 Aston Martin of Jonathan Hershey and Clivio Piccioni. Here we go, we're all set. The safety car, pace car leads into pit lane, and the front row men of Riccardo Zonta and Alessandro Pierre Guidi will endeavour to line these guys up in a nice neat grid formation for the rolling start as they come out of the final corner. Here we go then, the championship race at Navarra in Spain about to get underway with a Lamborghini and a Maserati on the front row and 2 Ford GTs on the second row. We're racing, and immediately Riccardo Zonta blasts into the lead, and the Nissan of Jamie Campbell-Walter's got away well. He's trying to take second from the Maserati, which squeezes across.
Great start there.
Oh, and Campbell-Walter's done it. He's into second place.
Brilliant start. Round the outside, obviously got the really good start when the lights went, or the race went green. So a brilliant start there. A little commotion going on there, a little contact there.
Oh yes, that's somebody getting a bit of a punt out of the way. I think that's the Peter Cox Lamborghini in trouble.
Nissan as well, I think.
Meanwhile, Riccardo's on to lead. Jamie Campbell-Walter in a mighty second place, and I think then tucked in behind them was Neil Yarni. We've got some victims at the back there. Richard Westbrook, I saw, was trying to make up places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's made up maybe 1 or 2 places, but the other Ford, oh, there's the damage to Peter Cox's car.
Yeah, well, I think that was that contact. There was a Nissan there. There was a spin there.
Oh, we got more troubles.
The Nissan spun.
The championship leaders were involved in that. Look at the Nissan. Here comes Jamie Campbell-Walter trying to take the lead down the outside. Oh, there's a look up from the Maserati behind as well. Have they made it through?
Yeah, there's a door. I think I saw swinging around as well. There's someone.
And that's Neil Yarni's Ford.
Oh, that's Neil Yarni, okay.
My goodness, it's all gone off on this first lap, hasn't it?
Because
Neil Yarni was right up there on the start, but it's all gone wrong. And it's still Riccardo Zonta who's leading from Jamie Campbell-Walter in second. Maxime Martin in the Ford is third. Fred Macavicki's gone away really well. There's Westbrook, so he's actually gained out of all this, I think.
Well, I think he has, obviously, with that little bit of commotion that was going on. So good start with him. This is what I was saying. You've just got to keep out of the way. You don't want to get involved. We've got another Maserati. It's got damage there. I think that's going into the pit. So we've got another, just gone into the pits. I see there.
Duncan Huysman Mad Croc Corvette. That's got bother as well. So it really has been a more chaotic first lap this time, hasn't it? Around they come. Zonta leads. Campbell-Walter is in second. Maxime Martin is in third place. Look at this little battle going on further back. I think that's it's Enrique Bernaldi trying to protect position as we go on board with a second place Nissan of Jamie Campbell-Walter.
Oh, that was a brilliant start. Again, he used his initiative to get that sort of jump on everybody at the start. Did wonderfully well around the outside, and there he is. He's putting pressure now on that lead Lamborghini.
Look at this, Makovic down the inside of the Ford of Maxime Martin. Has he done it?
Yeah.
He's certainly got the inside line, and he blasts past.
Yeah, great little overtaking manoeuvre. Very good to do it early. We've got a little bit spots there of rain, which is good. Outside our commentary box, yeah, same thing. So we've seen this before. It doesn't quite come. We've got a yellow flag there as well. So we've got a spin,
Westbrook. It's Richard Westbrook. I think Westbrook who has spun it. It is.
It is. Yeah, but it seems to be to our right as we look out past the start-finishing line. It seems to be a little bit wetter than the rest of the circuit.
Oh, that's bitterly disappointing. And coming up behind him there was his teammate Neil Yarney, who had dropped all the way to 13th place. So that gives you some idea how many places Westbrook has just lost.
Yeah, sure. Big shame, because he was very confident coming into the race. He was very quick in the latter part of the first race, but we see
battle for second,
I think he's going
Makovic.
through. Yep,
He's got it. He's got past Jamie Campbell-Walter. The Aston Martin, the V12 front-engine Aston Martin, is loving these conditions at the moment. Whether it's getting slippery yet, there is certainly this little bit of light rain around. Let's just take a little look back at the start of this race and how it all didn't work for some of them.
exactly. It's just seen Jamie. Jamie was did such a great start. Was able to pass quite a few cars, so good start for him. A bit of grass moments there.
Darren was on the over the curve there, avoiding somebody.
There's Richard there.
He's on board with Richard Westbrook in the Ford.
It's difficult sometimes. Sometimes get a bit blocked in because he knows he's got someone to his right. It was a good move, you see. He's around the outside. They're all getting a bit blocked up on the inside, and he's going around the outside. So he's gained a good few places there. He might lose one on the exit here, possibly. Yeah, but basically he actually gains probably 2 or 3 actually going around the outside.
Yeah, that was a lovely piece of driving by Richard Westbrook, but of course it's gone wrong since then for him. This was the Peter Cox view. Now he got involved somewhere because we saw the damage. What happened here?
But he's blocked in. He can't really go anywhere, so he's trying to keep out of trouble. A little bit of grass, I think, in front of him there. He goes up the inside. It all bangs out, and then there's a clash there with the GT40s. I think that's where he's out of row. He's down there again. I think they must clash again. Yeah, there you go. There's another clash. So there were 2 sort of rubs and a little bang. And you can see that Nissan was obviously, you can see in the background another mess we got. I think we got a door rolling down the circuit.
That's what happened to Neil Yarney. He actually got clouted by number 34, Alessandro Pierguidi, who was on the front road and made a pretty poor start. Peter Dunbrek, Nissan coming under a bit of pressure. They had a fuel pressure problem that put them out of the first race, and Enrique Bernoldi and the Maserati, they're going side by side and just ahead of Peter Dunbrek. Meanwhile, the Al Inkel Lamborghini of Dominic Schwager also trying to follow through, and he's got a pretty good run going here, but then Dunbrek, no, he doesn't have the inside line, loses another place. So, whoa, what's going on there? Somebody ran very wide. I think that is Dominic Schwager. Yeah, and it's got past Bernoldi. So Bernoldi ran wide. Schwager now trying to get up the inside of the Ford. Doesn't do it. But he has managed to get himself past that Maserati. And Bernoldi, I think, might have just made a little mistake, or unless there was contact between them as they went through that last corner. But the net result is that Dominic Schwager's got the number 38 Lamborghini past the Maserati, and again here comes Darren Turner attacking the Corvette.
Yeah, and he's got him in a good position there. He's got him over to the right, and now he's going to try and shoot out the outside. There you go, and he's on his move. So that was a good bit of pressure work from Darren.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
Really good round the fast left-hander. Now he's got the inside line on board the Corvette.
Of the main straight now.
Touching almost as they come onto the straight, but of course Darren's now got the advantage in terms of track position. The Aston's engine every bit the match for the Corvette, and as they head down the straight and into the King, he has done it. That's put him up into 5th place now. On board with Andrea Bertolini here as he chases down that Corvette once again, and here's Westbrook's on the move. He's getting past Matteo Bobbi in another of the 4 GTs, and Westbrook has certainly put in a couple of quick laps just recently. The Maserati's got past the Corvette, and Andrea Bertolini's gained one, and Dominic Schwager's trying to follow him through, but that could be important for Bertolini there.
Oh, very important, of course. Yeah, this is the one where the points really do count. Man.
Oh, and Nissan, and the Nissan has got past the Ford for 3rd, so the Sumo Power car now into 3rd position. Let's see if we can find out how it happened. This is what happened, Johnny.
There we go. It just seemed to sort of, have that little extra bit of speed, and then was able to slip down the inside quite easy. So this is a sort of a right-hander kink. Very tricky. No, just very good. He was just very confident with the car, basically. I think he'd been watching the lap before, saw what type of corners he was slow on, and I think it's very similar to actually what he's like in the exit of turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Sort of a keep turn, but you can slip up the inside if you've got a good car.
Now into the pits at the very earliest opportunity there, Mark Canarici. They read that well. They must have been gauging the clock because they came in at the earliest opportunity. Now it depends a little bit if they've got a new set of tyres. Hard to see whether they've got a new set to switch on to. They might be looking at the second part of the race to really make their presence felt. And things can change quite significantly if they have a new set of tyres to put on. Tyres bouncing around there. Looks like they're probably a used set.
Yeah, they're not brand new, no. But it didn't change the